We are here today with a brand new launch monitor from FlightScope. This is the Mevo Generation 2 launch monitor, not a Mevo Plus, a Mevo Generation 2. This is brand new. Not a lot of people have seen this yet, so we are really excited. So we are gonna unbox this. We're gonna take it over to the showroom, get it set up there, take some shots indoors up against one of our screens and see how it works. Later on, we will eventually be doing some outdoor testing as well. So I guess let's just jump right into the unboxing and see what we have here. So first off, you can see the Mevo FlightScope launch monitor. Again, not a Mevo Plus, this is a Mevo Gen2. So we're gonna open up the box. Nice protective case that this is in. This looks a lot like the case that the Mevo Plus comes in. Not a lot more in there besides the actual case. And I'm assuming once we open this up, we're just gonna have a launch monitor there. I'm trying to be careful because I don't know how this is in there. Oh, there we go. So you can see the launch monitor. So this is the Mevo Gen2. Looking at it, I believe this is gonna be larger than the Mevo Plus is. It definitely seems taller. It has a nice clean look to the front, not a lot going on the front. You can see the FlightScope logo. There's looks like a camera up top here. You've got your power button on the top, and it looks like a USB-C connector on the side. What do we have here? Before I hit it, you can see there's like something there. It looks like a little indent for your finger. Oh, so if you push that pops out, and that looks like it is your stand. So no guessing with angles or anything like that for your launch monitor. It's just got the built-in stand that does it for you. Also in the package, what do we have here? It looks like some of the metallic dots to put on your golf balls to help with the accuracy of your readings. Oh, this is just explaining that these are the aluminum stickers for indoor use only. If you're taking it to a driving range, obviously don't put aluminum stickers on it or you will lose them. And then this is the quick start guide. So this is going to tell us how to get up and running with the Mevo, what we need to do to get it set up. And then finally, obviously, you got a power supply. You got the plug that goes into the wall, and then the USB-C cable from that into your Mevo. We also did bring in the Mevo Plus launch monitor just to give you an idea of what they look like side by side. So you can see the case. I mean, the outside is very similar. Really, the biggest differences are obviously the size, and then the Mevo Plus has got this red lining around the zipper. So just to give you an idea on what these look like next to each other, obviously the Mevo Generation 2 is going to be a much taller launch monitor. Aesthetically, they look very similar with the camera on the front, on the left side here, kind of on the top right here. Obviously the big FlightScope logo right on the front. Looking at the back, and stands are definitely very different between the two. This one's got a stand that just kind of folds out and goes across the entire width of the launch monitor. And this one just has a little kind of almost like a kickstand that just pops right out for you. But you can see side by side, width-wise, the Mevo Plus might be just a hair wider, not much. The most obvious difference is going to be the height, where the Mevo Generation 2, definitely a taller launch monitor. All right, so that was it. It was a nice quick unboxing. So let's go get this set up, and we'll give you some examples of what it looks like in the showroom. And we'll also show you how to set up the shot tracer portion of the software. So we are now here in our showroom with the Mevo Generation 2 launch monitor. The bay that we have it set up in is designed for use with an overhead launch monitor. It's not made for a radar launch monitor, so there's not as much depth as we would need for a radar setup. So we do have it positioned 8 feet behind our hitting area, but our hitting area is actually going to be in front of the hitting strip.
that we have in the ground, because again, that's set up for an overhead launch monitor. So if you see us hitting in front of the hitting strip on the ground, that's the reason why. So right now we have this connected via direct connection, which is like how you would always do it with a Mevo launch monitor. But with the recent updates that FlightScope has put out, you can also do what they call a streamline Wi-Fi connection, where you can essentially connect to two different Wi-Fi connections at the same time, one being your Mevo and the other one being your home Wi-Fi, so you can use the internet while you're connected to your launch monitor. Should be going right. So yeah, I mean, it picks up the shot fairly quickly. You can see the flight path might not be the smoothest looking flight path. Shake. But that could be for several reasons. Yeah, it's definitely picking up the correct ball trajectory and direction and everything. Oh, shake. I'm so afraid to swing right now. I'm swinging on the hard rubber, no cushion, with my surgically repaired hand. So I'm just very tentative. Hope you got that on camera. Yeah, looking at the numbers, I mean, like I said before, I'm kind of just lightly swinging, so 90-ish yards with a, what am I even hitting? With a pitching wedge, barely swinging. Seems like it's pretty accurate. Could definitely tell it was picking up the direction of the ball correctly. You could see when I was shanking it, it was definitely going over to the right. When I was hitting them a little better, they were going straightish or maybe a little to the left if I felt like I was pulling it. But yeah, overall, it seems like the numbers are what I would expect. So if you want to see some more accuracy tests where we dive into the numbers a little more, we are going to have a video posted with the Mevo Gen2 out on the range. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. So now that we have a few shots with it here on the PC, let's get it hooked up to our iPad and we'll see how it works on the iPad, and we'll also show you the AR shot tracer. So now we are going to connect the Mevo Gen2 to our iPad here. Disconnected it from our computer. First thing we're going to do is click up here and we are going to scan the QR code. Have John bring that in and scan the QR code on the back. And you can see it asks if we want to join the network. And you'll see the lights on the radar turn blue. You can see that it said it was connecting, and we have successfully connected to the radar. We are going to do our full swing. We are going to make sure we have limited flight selected. We are going to have to move this a little bit so that it's not on that little angle right there. And then we are going to do our target alignment to make sure everything's lined up. Bada boom. We're going to start a new session. So now that we are in our new session, we want to be able to see our shot tracer. So for that, we're going to go up here, and you can see it's as simple as clicking on tracer right there. So now you do have to show the software where your hitting zone is. So we're going to, you can see it says right here, stand in front of the radar and scan the hitting area. So we are going to do exactly that. So you do need to have a decent amount of light in the hitting area so that the camera can see what it's looking at. So as you're doing this, you're going to see a grid that pops up on the screen. So you want to make sure these lines are parallel to your screen, which you can see in this case they are. So we're going to hit confirm, and it's just asking, are you sure that everything is properly aligned? It is. So next we need to match this golf ball that you can see on the right side with our golf ball in real life. So we want to cover that up and make sure that the size of the golf balls are the same. And you want to make sure you're taking your time while you're doing this, because the accuracy with which you set this up is going to be reflected in the accuracy of the shot tracer. If you're kind of rushing through this and you're not getting it set up properly, your shot tracer isn't going to look correct. So we've got this set up. I think it's pretty good. We are going to click on next. All right, so now we have to line up our radar. So we are gonna go stand behind the radar. You can see as you move, the radar on the screen is moving. So again, we need to try to line these up to the correct size. All right, so we've got that done. All right, so here we are. We are all set up to use the AR shot tracer on the iPad. So you'll see me on the iPad there. You'll see that it isn't all perfectly aligned. We had a limited amount of time to get this set up, and we wanted to make sure we could get a couple shots in to show you what this looks like. But with just a little more tweaking, we could get this set up a little more perfect. But again, let's just take a couple shots so you can see what that AR shot tracer looks like. So you can see on the iPad screen there, it's tracing the shot. You can see the ball path and what that shot direction looked like.
Where do you think it would go?
I think that would have started off maybe a little bit straight and tailed off to the right. Yeah?
Yep. Just barely to the right a little bit.
Perfect. So it seems pretty accurate based on that, because I can't see what it's showing right on the screen right now. That one I tried to pull a little bit more to the left. Did it work? One last shot. That one felt like maybe it was going to be a bit to the right.
That one pretty much dead center.
It went pretty much straight? Okay.
It maybe had a barely went left and then came back straight.
Okay, well maybe that's just because I'm not used to hitting golf balls straight, so I don't know what that feels like. So that is it for the AR virtual testing, to show you what it looks like. We did notice a couple issues with like trying to do the screen recording at the same time as we were getting the AR set up, but that's probably because this is kind of like a beta version of the setup. As they get the official release done, I'm sure that sort of issue will be corrected. So that is it for our first look at the Mevo Gen2 launch monitor. We're really excited for this one. We think it's going to be a great addition to the Mevo lineup. If you are interested in seeing an outdoor test, make sure you check out the description below, where we have a link where we tested this out on the range in Carl's backyard. Also below is a link to purchase the Mevo Gen2. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check it out. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe for more content on building your own golf simulator setup.